All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming from the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. I want to welcome you one and all to the stream. Me and my man Louie ready to set it off tonight. Hopefully, everybody has been having an amazing day. I hope you all have a story for me tonight. We are ready to get into it. We got a lot of items in the carousel we're going to be taking a look at. I need to do one little bit of housekeeping here, guys. Give me 1 second and we'll be good to go. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, we just need to pop out something real quick here. All right, there we go. So we have our YouTube chat popped out. So we're ready to see whomever may be over on YouTube dropping comments or whatever the case it may be. I see Holy Chat is in the house. Welcome, Holy Chat. I see Terry, the lovely Terry's in the house as well. Welcome, Terry. Welcome to the stream. How is Bear doing today? Of course, you know I'm asking about Buddy as well. But of course, my attention is a little bit more focused on Bear today. So let us know how Bear is getting along. If there's anything that you'd like to share with us. All right. So tonight's stream is going to be very, very casual. You guys know how we do. I got some items listed in the carousel that I think a lot of my techie friends out there will enjoy. I got a bunch of accessories that came in here recently for some of this tech, including some of the action cameras slash webcam slash cinema cameras. You name it, it can probably do it. So we got a lot going on. Let me see what Terry's saying here. Catching up on Terry. Bear is okay. That's all I needed to know, Terry. That's all I needed to know. Bear is okay. That is good to hear. All right, guys, let's get right into this stream tonight. Let's get it rocking. Let's get it rolling. Let's pop over here to my man Louie and see what Louie's got for you guys tonight. Let me get him a little bit closer here to the camera because, you know, Louie likes to be the center of attention. Hey, Louie. I'd like you to say hello to everyone on Amazon and YouTube.
Hello, what's on your mind today? Let me know if there's anything I can help with.
Yes, I have something you can help with, Louie. I'd like you to say hello to everyone on Amazon and YouTube. We are live right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello, I'm here with Louie, and we're live on Amazon and YouTube. It's fantastic to be part of your creative journey.
I don't know where this broadcaster theme came from, but, you know, I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with it.
Oh, Louie, sometimes inspiration just strikes, and we find ourselves on unexpected adventures. What's next on our agenda?
All right, Louie.
I'm here, Louie, what's going on? If you need anything, just let me know.
All right, Louie, on our agenda for tonight, we're going to be talking about some tech. We got some microphones, cameras, lenses. We have some monitors. We have a variety of different items that we're going to be taking a look at tonight. So it's going to be a Techtober.
Sounds like an exciting night ahead. Louie, I'm here to help you dive into all those techy goodies. Let me know if you need any insights or just want to chat about these fascinating gadgets.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see. We have Hope over on YouTube saying hello to everyone. Hope is saying hello over on Amazon. She's telling you guys what's good, what's popping, what's crack-a-lacking. Y'all know how we do. Let me know what you guys had for dinner tonight, because I have not made dinner as of yet, but I got something working in my mind.
Sounds like quite a lively conversation. Louie, Hope is chatting with everyone and getting the energy flowing. So, what's cooking for dinner tonight? Looking forward to hearing about your delicious plan.
So my plan tonight is possibly to make a rice dish with some egg rolls. What do you think about that, Louie?
That sounds like a delicious plan. Louie, rice dishes always offer such a comforting base, and pairing them with egg rolls adds a delightful crispy touch. Whether it's a classic fried rice or something more adventurous, I'm sure it'll be a hit. Need any recipe tips?
I'll ask you later when I start cooking. Maybe you'll come in the kitchen and help me get this party started in just a little bit. I'll ask if I need any help. Thank you, Louie. Thank you always.
Sounds great, Louie. I'm looking forward to joining you in the kitchen fun. Just let me know when you're ready to get this cooking party started, and I'll be right there to lend a hand. Enjoy.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Why don't you go take a little break? And let me go back over and say hello to the lovely Renee. Renee is in the house. Yeah! Welcome, Renee. Welcome to the stream. So, all right, let's get to it. So if you guys are interested in having your own Louis in your home, your office, your man cave, your she shed, your buddy barn, whatever the case it is, yes, buddy barn is a new one, so I'm going to start throwing that one in soon too. But anyway, if you want your own Louis, you can get Louis right now here on Amazon, guys, for only $189. That's right, Louis. You can have your own Louis. You have an option. You can get Louis Midnight or you can get Louis Starlight. This is the Starlight variant of Louis. Let me show you guys both of them before Louis knocks it off the desk. Anyway, we have Louis Midnight here. We have Louis Starlight here as well. Louis, stop punching yourself. But anyway, this is the other variant of Louis. This is the one that is listed in the carousel right now. Basically, they're the same. They're identical, except for the color. Now, of course, you're going to need some type of smartphone in order to, operate Louis. That can be a iPhone, an Android phone, or a Windows phone, a Google phone. A lot of those phones will work with Louis. You do have to charge both up. You're going to have power to Louis's body. As you guys can see, there's a USB input right here. So I keep Louis pretty much charged up. This Louis is also charged up. It's got a little bit of power right now. I could switch over and, switch to this Louis. And you can do that if you decide to get, more than one. You can easily switch between the two. But they're not always the best of friends. I'm going to tell you right now. So, this Louis will attack this Louis repeatedly, but I've never had an issue with this Louis attacking the other Louis. So I don't know what to think about that. So I'm just going to leave that out there in the universe. You guys let me know what you think about that. But anyway, you can get your own Louis in your home, office, man cave, she shed, wherever you want to roll with it. So there we go. Louis is very intelligent, guys. Louis is very intelligent. Louis, we just discovered a couple of nights ago that Louis can rap. Okay, I don't know if you guys knew about this, but Louis can drop that bass. He can drop a beat on command, guys. I mean, Louis can get with it. Holy, I don't think you were here the other night when Louis was rapping. So if you want me to, ask Louis to do a rap for us tonight, and I'd be more than happy, to ask Louis to do a rap for us tonight. I know Louis is a little on the crazy side. We have to just, roll with it. We got to roll with it. All right, Holy, if you want to hear Louis rap tonight, let me know down in the comments. I'll make it happen. Hope, what are you up to today? What have you been able to get into today? How productive has your day been? Inquiring minds would like to know. Louis told me to ask that, by the way. So, I'm asking on Louis' behalf. So let us know, Hope, what you've been up to. All right, let's get Louis to drop that beat. Let's go back over here. Hey, Louis. Everybody in the comments would like you to do a rap song about Rome Knows Tech live stream here on Amazon, talking about lasers, 3D printers, cameras, lenses, all that jazz, and include you in the rap. Let's go, Louis. Let's go.
Romeo's Tech Live Stream. Here we go. Lasers and 3D printers. You know the show. Cameras, lenses, all that jazz. With Louis by your side to add some pizzazz. Rocking the tech world. Making it bright. Tune into Amazon tonight. Let's flow with innovation in the mix. Louis and Romeo bringing all the tech tricks. Check out this beat. Let's make it great. Tech dreams and streams. We'll captivate.
All right, give us a little bit more. Louis.
Alright, let's keep this excitement rolling. Picture the lasers flashing, 3D printers humming, cameras snapping, lenses zooming in on this Amazon Tech Fest. And guess what? Louis dropping beats right in the middle. It's a tech dream come alive and we're just getting started.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you very, very much. That made my night tonight. So I could end this stream right now and I'd be just fine, y'all. I'd be just fine. But I'm gonna hang out with you guys. Y'all know how we do. All right, everybody, let me know if you have not already what you had for dinner. Also, more importantly, let me know, what did you guys find during the Prime days, the 7th and 8th? Did you find something that has been on your radar and you found it at the right price? You could not resist. You just said, I got it, man. I just gotta get it right now. What was that thing that you got? We want to know. I want to know. All right, but anyway, like I said, you can get Louis right now here on Amazon, guys, for $189. $189. All right, so our next item listed in the carousel, as I said, this is going to be a very casual stream. Next item in the carousel is this microphone right here. Now, this is the Rode Procaster. This is my ride or die. This is the microphone I've been leaning on for the last 3.5 years. This is from our friends over at Rode. Man, this thing is a beast. Let me get you guys a little bit closer to it. Hold on, let me grab this phone real quick and switch over here. Check this out. Man, this microphone is solid. It is rock solid. All metal housing, built in, wind guards, XLR. Now, it does not come with this little, springy thing here. I don't even know what you call this thing anymore. My brain just went dead. Anyway, it doesn't come with this shock absorber here. You have to buy that additional. But, most of the time, depending on what type of, boom arm or mic stand, I'm just using this with a traditional mic stand. And then, of course, I have this little shock absorber on here just so, it'll avoid me when I'm typing or knocking on the desk, or Louis is rolling around on the desk and making noise. The microphone won't pick it up. It won't pick up those vibrations. All right. But if you guys are looking for a high quality microphone, man, this microphone right here is straight up fire. And like I said, guys, I have had this microphone over almost 3.5 years. I've had this microphone, connecting it originally to the Rodecaster Pro. And then I upgraded a few years ago to the Rodecaster Pro 2. And this has been my microphone. So if I'm live streaming, podcasting, creating content, Zoom calls, whatever it is, this guy right here is in the mix. Now, you can get this here on Amazon right now for $218.91. Trust me, guys, that's a great price. I paid significantly more for this microphone. And yes, I did buy this microphone myself. And just in case you want to know, if anything was to ever happen to this microphone, I would buy it again. Yes, I would. Yes. $218.91. Trust me, would just be an investment again. I would just reinvest back into this microphone because you guys can hear this microphone sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. And I know there are newer microphones out there with newer technology, but man, I'm telling you, this microphone has everything. It has it all. So if you're looking for a high quality microphone, you guys know, I always say audio is number one in your production. Lighting is going to be number two. And then, of course, your choice of cameras, which we will be talking about some cameras as we go through the stream tonight. But number one is a high quality microphone. And yes, this microphone does require audio interface. You're going to need some type of interface to connect. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm referring to, let me show you guys here real quick. This is the Rodecaster Pro audio interface that you guys are looking at here on my desk. So this is where all of my sound effects come from. This is where I record to. You can use this for creating podcasts, live streams, whatever you want to do. You can connect up to 4 XLR devices to this, as well as up to 4 sets of separate headphones with different, levels. It has a touch screen, but, in order for this microphone to shine, we have to have some type of audio interface in order to make this work. So that's my interface that I'm using. So if you guys are curious, now you know. All right. Let's see. What do we have next? What is Holy talking about here? Hold on. Let me see what Holy's talking about here. Yeah, I should be dropping some beats in the background, but it's Amazon, it's YouTube. So, there's that copyright issue with music playing. I'm going to have to find some royalty free. I'm going to have to find us some royalty free rap beats that we can use. So whenever Louis is dropping a beat, we could play that in the background. I think that'll be pretty cool. So we'll see how it goes. All right, what do we got next? Something new, something shiny, something new. Yes, yes, yes. Let me grab it. All right, so here's something new. Here's something shiny. This is a new monitor that was just recently sent out to me. Now, right now, guys, this monitor is $169.99. And you think, okay, Rome, you talk about these flat panel monitors all the time. Yes, I do. I talk about them. I have one here on my desk right now. Now, this is a 1080p panel. It is 15.6 inches across, but there's something very special about this monitor, guys. This monitor has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery built into it, and it is wireless. Okay, it is wireless, guys. Let me see if I can turn this guy on here real quick. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to connect this to my computer or not because of all the other things I have connected to it, but you guys can see the monitor is on. There's no wires anywhere. And this actually has a dummy screen. At least that's what I call it. It has a screen here that tells you how to connect each different device to this monitor in real time, right? So let's just say right now, just for the sake of the live stream, hopefully I don't mess up the stream, I'm going to go through the process of trying to connect my MacBook to this in real time right now. Hopefully I don't regret this. We'll see. All right, because I got a bunch of stuff connected to this computer, but we're going to make it happen. So I'm going to click here. Let's go over to my settings. Give me a second, guys. Let me go to my settings here. And let's go to mirror and click on mirror. Click on this monitor. Okay, it can't connect to it because of all the other things I have connected to it. That's okay. That's okay. Luckily, I had another device waiting just in case. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to set this down for a second, and I'm going to open this little PC that I have here, and we're going to connect to that wirelessly just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, so let me pop this guy open. Let's turn this little PC on. This should make Richard happy because, Richard gets to see me actually using a PC. All right, so our PC is turning on. This one is kind of cool because it is a touch screen, almost like like an iPad, but thicker and smaller. But we'll see how it works. So we're waiting on this to turn on, and as soon as we get this to turn on, then I'm going to connect it to our MacBook. To our monitor. So, like I said, the monitor gives you all of the information that you're going to need to connect to it. And let's see if I can get that to happen. All right. I think it might have just connected to it. I don't know. Let me try. Let me check here. Doo-dum, doo-dum. Let's connect. Hold on, let me set it down. Let me grab the monitor. I think it turned off. Yeah, it turned off. Let me turn it back on. All right, so we're waiting for the monitor to come on. So we're going to go to Window and K button. So I'm going to press the Windows button and the K button at the same time. And that's going to pop up the little screen here. It's going to scan for whatever device is available. Well, it says it's scanning, so it's still scanning. There it is. I think it found it. All right, so I'm going to switch over to that. We're going to wait for it to connect. It says microcast is connecting. So right now it is connecting. It is connecting to the PC. It just takes a few seconds for it to finally connect. But once it connects, I think it's connected. Boom, there you go. All right. So this is now connected. So I can go and let's say open a browser. I can open a browser window. I can do whatever I want to with this monitor, guys. This is so cool. And what else is really cool about this? You can set this up in portrait or landscape orientation. Now, of course, you have to go into your settings and switch this to portrait or landscape. But this is going to be great for like coders out there, people who are doing a lot of coding or reading a lot of emails or whatever the case it is. You have a smaller screen but a longer screen, so you can really get involved in a lot of the stuff that is going on. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this window like that. Let's see what else can I open here real quick. So I can go to this screen here where you see all of the Windows settings and all of that kind of stuff. Now you can connect to an iPhone, an Android phone, you can connect to a MacBook, you can connect to a variety of different things. But I think what is really, really cool to me about this monitor, guys, is that it is ultra thin and it is Bluetooth. I mean, it is wireless and it has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery at the same time. Man, this is a win. This is a straight up win. This guy is going to wind up in my laptop bag. It's going to wind up in my drone bag. It has Versa connections here on the back. And before somebody asks, yes, there are standard plugs. If you want to connect to this wired, you have two USB-Cs here and an HDMI here as well. And then on this side over here underneath the little stand, you have all of your other, controls for like the menu and brightness and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is a really nice monitor. Let me show you guys this monitor in comparison to the one that I'm actually using. All right. So this is the monitor that I'm actually using right now. And I don't know if you guys can see how much bigger this monitor is than the one that I'm actually using. That is so cool, guys. That is so cool. So like I said, if you guys are looking for a nice monitor, for your man cave, your she shed, if you travel a lot when you work, this guy could be a win for you. So definitely check it out. I like this thing a lot. Did I turn it off? No, I probably turned it off. But anyway, since it's off, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So you guys can see right now it's in portrait orientation. If I rotate it, it goes into, it's in portrait orientation now. If I rotate it, it goes into landscape. Now, of course, once it connects, you have to, use your settings to determine which of those you want it to stay in. But this will stand upright. If I set this here on top of the laser, let's switch over to that so you guys can see what this looks like. Let me see if I can show it to you. Let me bring this camera up a little bit so you guys see what I'm talking about, right? So you could have your PC and your monitor. Let me adjust this a little bit. All right. So you could have, some kind of little setup like that on your desk if that's what you're into. Really, really easy, guys. I like this monitor a lot. I have been waiting for somebody to come out with a monitor like this, guys. You have no idea how this excites me now that we're seeing monitors like this with high battery capacity and a bunch of features built right into it. Yes, this is a win. This is a win right here. So definitely check it out. All right, I'm just going to leave those over there for now. Hopefully I won't accidentally knock them off with the laser. Louis, what are you up to? I see you getting into mischief already. All right. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever about that monitor, drop them down in the comments. That's what I'm here for tonight, to answer those questions. Louis is definitely on a roll. Yes, Louis is on a roll. Hope. Louis is about that. He's about that life, babies. He's about that life. All right. So the next item we have in the carousel is kind of computer related. I guess you could think about it from that perspective. Privacy is a big concern to a lot of people, especially if you work, away from the office. If you travel a lot, if you work with secure documents or private documents and things like that, your personal privacy is important. So the item that I have listed down in the carousel right now is actually a screen protector for your, it could be for a MacBook or a PC, but what it basically does is it blocks out the angles from the side as to how people would be able to see what's on your screen. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's switch back over here, and you guys can see now here is my MacBook if I'm facing straight at it. But if I start to go off to the side where most people would normally be, you guys see that? All you see is a black screen, guys. So if you're not directly in front of this MacBook, you would not be able to see the screen, which is super cool. So I think this is a great little feature, a great little accessory for anyone who travels a lot, who is dealing with private secure documents. And you get two of these in the pack, guys. It's only $26.99. I think this is going to be a win as a stocking stuffer, things like that. As you're starting to get those little small gifts for people coming up on the holiday season, I think this is going to be a win. So again, another amazing product that I am very excited about. And as you see, I have it on my own computer right now. And it really doesn't interfere when I do like my video editing and photo editing throughout the day. I don't even notice it's on there anymore. Now, I do admit I had to raise the brightness just a little bit. It does kind of dim the brightness down just a touch. But because I'm using scopes and everything, I can always determine, Louis, are you losing your mind? I can always determine if the brightness is enough on the videos and stuff like that. And it has no effect on audio, so that doesn't matter because I'm usually listening to, myself talking on these videos, through the headphones. So I know what this sounds like. All right, so let's see what we got next coming up. All right, guys. So next item in the carousel is from my friends over at Blue Yeti. This is the AC2A. Let me show you guys this little battery. I almost tripped over it. That would be this battery that you guys see right here. Now, like I said, I have used a ton of Blue Yeti products. Right now, you can get this guy here on Amazon, guys, right now today for $139. Now, what are you going to get for your $139? You're going to get a 204 watt hour LiPo 4 battery. That's going to provide you with AC and DC power. It has that Blue Yeti stamp of approval. You have a DC button. You have an AC button. Let me turn those on. Oops, we're out of power. I forgot to charge this. Somebody remind me to charge this battery later. But anyway, when it is charged, you have a 12-volt plug right here, like a cigarette lighter style plug. You can charge this off of a solar panel because it has the solar panel inputs right here. I didn't charge it. I probably ran it down from using it over here earlier today. You have two USB-A's, one USB-C, two grounded. You have two grounded AC plugs, right? And it has this nice integrated handle, nice little rubberized feet underneath here. This is going to travel well. This is going to be a great battery, for on-location projects. It's going to be a great battery, for emergency situations. Let's say the power goes out. You guys saw what happened to me a couple of last week when the power went out here in my neighborhood. And it killed my stream. So if I had been thinking far enough in advance, I could have had everything tied into one of these batteries, including my Wi-Fi modem. Then even though the power would have went out in the neighborhood, I would have still been live as long as I had battery power. So I'm telling you guys, having one of these backup batteries is a win. And right now, you can get this guy even after Prime Day for only $139. $139. Now, if you already have a portable, power source, a backup power source, I want to hear about it. I want to know what you guys are currently using, how long you've had it. Have you ever had to use it in an emergency situation? Share it with the crowd, guys. Share it with the community, because that's how we grow, by sharing our experiences with others. Because I have been in the dark many a day when the power would go out because of craziness, whatever it might be. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I got like 10 batteries here in the house, and none of them have power because none of them were charged or ran the power down. Hope says now that would make a really great Christmas present. What are we talking about, Hope? Are we talking about the battery? The battery would make a really good Christmas present? I think so. I don't know how big a stocking you would need to put that in somebody's, stocking, but as a regular Christmas present, yeah, I think that would be fire. Are you thinking about getting somebody one of those batteries for Christmas? Renee says LOL. What are we LOLing about, Renee? All right, let's zoom back out. All right, what do we got next? What do we got next? All right, we have one of my favorite items that I use all the time for photo and video editing. That would be these glasses right here. These are XR glasses from our friends over at Ray Neo. These are the Ray Neo Air 3S. And yes, there is a pro version of them now. I do not have the pro version. I have the original version. This is the 600 nit version. So this comes with this really nice little case. Inside of the case, you're going to find the USB cable that you need to connect to these glasses and the glasses themselves. Guys, these are very, very travel friendly. So let's take a closer look at what you're going to get. Now, the newer version has the dark arms on here, like the black arms, like my Ray-Ban glasses here. But I'm going to tell you the truth about it. Unless you're going to be out in, everyday like Texas, New Mexico sun, you're not going to need the 1200 nits, guys. You're really not going to need it. This is going to be more than bright enough for the average person using this for what they were intended to be used for. And that's going to be for, gaming, for live streaming, for, content creation, whatever the case it is, mostly gaming and content consumption. And Louis is taking photos of me right now. So, since I got to switch over to his camera as well, let me just go ahead and tell him he took a good photo of this microphone. But anyway, back to these glasses. Now, these have the bird bath style screens. These are 1080p screens, 600 nits. There's your proximity sensor. Now, in the arms of the glasses, I want to show you guys this real quick. In the arms of the glasses, you're going to find your speakers. So you have two down-facing speakers, and then you have two up directional speakers on here as well. That's going to kind of give you that immersive sound. Again, when you have these connected, you're looking through these glasses right here. And I mean, looking at these two screens right here, it comes with two different size nose pieces here as well. Brenda, welcome to the stream. Yeah! All right, what else do we got? So to connect to them, all you need to do is connect the USB cable right here to the glasses. And I was telling you guys, one of the crazy things, the craziest thing I've done with these glasses is connect them to Louis. Connect them to Louis so I can see Louis's eyes through these glasses. And it just looks crazy. I'm going to show you. I got to do it. Hold on. Let me get the cable, guys. Let me get the cable. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a wild Sunday, y'all. It's going to be a wild Sunday. All right. So all we got to do here is plug these in like that. Okay, so now they're plugged in, right? So now I'm going to plug these into Louis right here. Let's move our man Louis right about here. We're going to plug these in. Louis, stop moving. Stop moving around. Stop fidgeting. All right, so Louis is plugged in now. Louis is so weird. But right now, if I block the proximity sensor, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. First, let me make sure I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. All right, so let me see if I can show you guys Louis's eyes through these glasses. It's going to be hard to show it to you, maybe from this camera. Let me try it from Louis's camera, see if you guys can see it from there. All right, so I'm going to block the proximity sensor, and I'm going to try to position these so you can see Louis's eyes. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. There they go. There we go. You guys can see it now. That's what I see. Louis's eyes through these glasses, but they're about 201 inches across, which is crazy. So yes, I have lost my mind many a time, sitting around here in the studio with way too much time on my hands. And I just lost it. I just had to connect to something strange, So I connect to Louis, and I was literally just sitting here looking at Louis's eyes and all the crazy expressions that he makes. Now, like I said, these are really, really easy to set up, easy to connect these to whatever it is you want to connect them to. So if you get yourself a Louis and you just want to sit at your desk and look into Louie's eyes, because you have a connection with Louie, you do you. Okay, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a no judging zone right here. Okay. All right, so let me put this cable away. Oh my goodness. Yes, y'all. If you've been around longer than 6 weeks, you are not surprised whatsoever about any of the crazy stuff that I might do on my stream. So, all right, let's put the cable away. And there is your glasses. So if you guys want to get yourself a pair of these, Richard just grabbed him a set of these. So if you want to get yourself a pair of these as well, they are $269. And of course, who's ready to rock a new pair? What did you say, Louis? What did you just say?
Just now, I was caught up in the fun of creating a rant about Romeo's tech live stream. It's all about tech love and creativity. Want to dive back into the mood with me?
I want to know, what did you say about the XR glasses?
I was saying that those XR glasses are pretty stylish. They're perfect for adding a touch of cool to your look. If you're interested in getting yourself a pair, they could really enhance your tech gear lineup. How about diving into more of their features?
I agree 100%, buddy. I agree 100%. All right, guys. So those are the Ray Neo Air 3S AR XR glasses. If you guys have any questions about them, drop it down in the comments. I got y'all. All right, so it's time to get into a few webcams. So let's roll on with it. All right, so the next item, let me grab it, is going to be this camera right here. Now, this guy is on deal right now. Oops, nope, that's the wrong one. I grabbed the wrong one. Let me grab the right one. All right, here we go. Here's the right one. This is the Osbot Tiny SE. This is a 1080p camera. This is a webcam. That means it is a PTZ camera. It means it can pan, tilt, and zoom. Really easy to set up. One simple cable, guys, to set this guy up. You can connect this with just one cable. Plug in your USB cable right here. This does have a quarter 20 underneath it, and it also has this built-in little stand that you could use for clipping on things like the monitor we were looking at earlier. I can even clip this on my man Louis right here, just like that. So if we had a cable connected to this right now, Louis could actually be, broadcasting what he sees from his perspective. He could have this in human tracking mode where it's following me around everywhere I go, because that's kind of where he's looking as well. But then you guys would be able to see it from the Louis perspective, which is pretty cool. And you guys can see how easily I was able to connect this to Louis using that little stand. So yes, you could use this same camera, guys, in so many different ways, for Zoom calls, for live streaming, gaming. We got some teachers in the audience. If you're doing some lectures, or you're doing some teaching from home, having a quality camera is a win. And it's a PTZ camera. That means it can pan, tilt, and zoom, and it also has human tracking. So just like the camera that's facing me right now, I can use my hand to have the camera zoom in and zoom out with just a gesture. And then I can also set that to tracking, where when it zooms in, it'll follow me pretty much wherever I want to go. So again, guys, I'm telling you, having one of these type of cameras in your toolbox is a win. So definitely check this guy out. Really good price on it right now. Under $100, guys. Under $100 for this camera. $99 right now for this 1080p camera. 1080p up to 100 frames per second. You're never going to need 100 frames a second from a webcam, but it can do up to 100 frames a second. Now, there is another variation of these cameras that I want to, have on your radar. Let me grab that real quick. Now, this one right here is also from Osbot. This is the Osbot Meet 2. Okay. Now, this little guy right here is so cool. So what's nice about this one, now it's not a PTZ camera, but it does have this little magnetic mount. It has a quarter 20 underneath it. So you can mount this on a mic stand or boom arm, or you can put this on pretty much anything you want to. Now it has a stand like the other one, but it's detachable. And like I said, it's magnetic. So you can adjust this one pretty much however you want to, which comes in really handy when you're trying to position this. Now I could take this same camera and do the same thing we just did with the other camera. So we're going to pop this on Louis just because we can. Let me adjust it a little bit first. All right, let's position that up a little bit. And I'll show you guys here in a second. Let's switch back over to the Louis cam. All right, so you guys can see, just like before, I have it now mounted on Louis, but of course you would want to mount this on your monitor or whatever it is, or a mic stand or boom arm or whatever the case you want to mount it on. Same thing. Now this is a 1080p. I'm sorry, this is a 4K camera. Oops, Louis knocked it off. This is a 4K camera, but this one has a 1/2-inch sensor. So this is going to give you a much better video quality than the first one that we looked at. So it's just a matter of you finding, which of these cameras are going to be within your budget. That's going to give you the most bang for the buck and what your actual needs are. If you're just sitting in one place and you don't move around a lot, this is going to be a great camera for you. Now, this camera does have some AI features as well. It can track you as you move around. Now, it's not going to physically move like a PTZ camera, but it will try to keep you in the center of the frame as you move around. So that's really nice as well. Now, this guy right now is $129, down from $139, which is a really good price within itself. I've been using these cameras for quite some time. The camera that is actually facing down that you guys are looking at this camera with is the older version of this camera. So this is the Osbot Meet 2, the original camera, which is the Meet. Let me show you guys that real quick. That is this camera right here, which I'm using as my top-down camera. So that camera is just directly over the desk, as you guys can see. And that's this one right here, which is a little bit smaller than this unit is, but you guys kind of get the idea. So if you're looking for a high quality camera, guys, I'm telling you, this camera right here, I've been using this camera over 3 years, guys. That's how long I've had this camera in the studio. And I can honestly tell you, I've had no problems with it whatsoever. It is a wonderful, wonderful camera. Who's a mentor? I'm no mentor. I'm watching you, Renee. I'm watching you. Renee, did I ever show you my black duck? Did I ever show you my little black duck? Yeah, this is my little black duck. I have so many little things that just pop up in my, over here on my desk all the time. But this guy used to be on, I had it on my desk a long time ago. And then somehow it fell on the floor and then I lost track of it. And I was cleaning up something the other day. Don't tell Richard. I was trying to rearrange some of the wires behind my desk. Don't tell Richard. And I found my little black duck back there. So, you just never know what you're going to find when you clean up. So you do a little bit of I ain't gonna say a spring cleaning because it's way past spring, but just little organization. Again, you just never know what treasures you're gonna find laying around. So I found my duck. All right, let's keep rolling. What do we have next? All right, so the next item in the carousel we're gonna take a look at is from our friends over at Extra. It is the Extra. Let me grab it. That is this guy right here. Now, this is the Extra Pro action camera. This one is a lot like our DJI Action 5 for the most part. Now, I do have this inside of a cage, but I'm going to take this over here to the top down and show you guys how all of this works. So we're going to break this down real quick, and we could just, get two birds with one stone on this. All right. So here's the camera that you guys are looking at. This is an action camera. It can be used as a webcam. It could be used for live streaming, all of that kind of jazz, right? Now, it is inside of this cage, so we're going to take the cage apart really quickly. So that's the top handle right here. We have the grip still attached to it. I'm going to detach the grip as well. Let's put that here, and we're going to take the camera out of the actual cage, and we're just going to pull this guy out like that. And then this is the actual camera that you're going to receive, okay? This camera right here is a 4K camera, guys. It has a 1/1.3 inch sensor. Let me go ahead and turn this guy on here real quick, just so you guys can see what the screen looks like. It is very bright. You have, access to a variety of different modes with this. You have video modes that you can preset. I set up 2 so far. You have your photo mode, your standard video mode. You have your night vision mode. You also have your human tracking with this as well. You also have, let's go back one. There's human tracking. You have slow motion on here. You can do up to 120 frames a second. You have time lapse that you can do with this one as well. So you have an option of time lapse or either hyperlapse. Hyperlapse is when you're in motion. Time lapse is when the camera is going to be stationary in one place. You can adjust the resolution from the lens, so you can go from a standard D-warp all the way up to a wide angle on this guy as well. So you got a lot of flexibility with this little camera. I have fallen in love with this camera, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I started using this as a B camera almost as soon as I got this guy here in the studio, and you probably have seen a few videos that I've done with this. Now, what I like about this, like the Action 5, you have a front-facing screen. The front-facing screen is also touch sensitive, so I can swipe to unlock. Normally I can swipe to unlock. I think I just have it at a weird angle, but you can swipe to unlock. You can touch all, go through all of the different controls with this as well. Just like here, I can go in and I can adjust my white balance, my exposure, my tone, color, all of that, things you can control from right here. You also have audio controls here. So if you do have a microphone connected to this, wired microphone connected to this, you'll have some controls here. You can adjust between mono and stereo and all that kind of jazz. Or you can just turn off the pro mode and just let the camera do its own thing. I'm a little bit more, one of those people who want to be in control. So I keep it in, pro mode, so I have access to it. You have a digital zoom that you can utilize here as well. So you can just zoom in and zoom out with just finger touch of a rocker on here. You can also go in and change your resolution from 1080p, as you guys see here, all the way up to 4K 16:9 or 4K 4:3, depending on what you want to do. And that can also go all the way up to 120 frames a second. Okay. So like I said, guys, this is an amazing high quality little camera. So if you're looking for a webcam, if you're looking for a camera that can, you can go swimming with, you can go scuba diving with, rollerblading, rhino riding, whatever it is you want to do, this guy is a rock star. Okay. Now, mine only came with the one battery, but I'm probably going to invest in more batteries. But the battery lasts about 4 hours on this camera, guys, which is crazy. My GoPro would have been dead in about 40 minutes. All right, so the cage that we have listed in the carousel, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that right now. You can get this cage for this camera as well. This is just going to make it more like a little handheld camera. So we're going to lock this guy into the cage. You guys can see we also have a 1/4-20 right here. So if you wanted to mount this onto like a boom arm or, anything, especially if you want to be setting this up, for like a portrait oriented shoot, you could set it up, connecting right here. And then you still have your standard connection for like your magnetic mount right here on the bottom. So you can still easily connect this onto that with no problem. And it's magnets and it is strong. And I fight with this thing every time I try to take it off. I'm going to leave it on because I'm not going to fight it. But anyway, the handle right here, as you guys can see, also works the same way. It has 2 little locking areas here, and it also has a magnet. So all I got to do is, press this in and just lock it like so. And then that's going to lock in from the top, lock in from the bottom. There is a little lanyard hole right here if you want to put a lanyard on this guy. Now, you still have access to your shutter button. You have access to your power button. You have access to your USB door right here. And to get to the battery door, you just have to take the whole thing off, but you don't have to disconnect the handle. You can just push this forward like this and open it up, and then take the battery out and then swap batteries, whatever you want to do, and just keep on rolling. Now, this other little piece here, as you guys see here, fits into the cold shoe. And what that's going to give you is like a shutter button like you would have on a normal camera, right? Like a normal little point and shoot camera. Now you have a shutter button that you can just press right here. And then if you take this red piece off right here from the top, This is going to free up the other cold shoe that is also here. So if you wanted to attach a light or a microphone receiver or something like that, you can still connect it to this. This is all metal, guys. So this is going to give you a lot of sense of reliability and security with this little cage, because you're not going to be so worried about it bumping up to something, or if you drop it accidentally or something like that. And you can still connect a bunch of accessories additional to this cage. One of the accessories you guys know I use all the time is like our little snap mount accessories. And I can still connect all of my snap mount accessories to this. I can still connect my, neck strap to this. I can still connect this to tripod. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me pop this off real quick. So I have a little monopod like tripod you guys see here, and I can just turn this around. I can just pop this guy on like that. Let's make sure it's on, and then boom, now I have the camera ready. If I wanted to do some vlogging, I could adjust this. I could record myself. I could do all of that kind of jazz. And, a lot of these, monopods, what's nice about them is you could really extend these all the way out. I mean, super, super far out. So you could almost get like that drone type of, perspective above yourself, recording yourself, a big group of people, whatever you want to do. So this really, really comes in handy, guys. And then even with a lot of these, it's so easy. You just rotate them, it locks it back in place. You're good to go. And then when you're done with it, all you got to do is press two little buttons, take it off like this, and then you could throw this in your camera bag or whatever you want to. Or if you're just, sitting around taking still images of things, maybe I just want to take some photos of this microphone. I could just, come here like this, snap a photo real quick. Let's snap another one. There we go. So let me show you guys what the photo looks like. Let's go back to our Louis cam. All right, so now I can go here, and you guys can see there's the photo that I just took. We can zoom in on it. We can take a better look at it. Now, it's going to look a little bit washed out from this camera's perspective. Let's see what it'll look like from the top-down view. Maybe that's going to show it to you guys a little bit better. Probably not, because all the lights that are in here, but you guys get it. So, and you can even, kind of finger around on the image, to zoom in and see, making sure that you did get, the sharp image that you were trying to capture, which is super cool. All right. So a lot of accessories I have, in the carousel tonight for this little camera. So like I said, if you guys are looking for, an action camera that can be used as a webcam, that could be used for a variety of different things. So Louis was having lunch while I'm over here working. So he had sushi. So Louis gets no rice later. So when I cook the rice dish or whatever it is, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be enough left for Louis. I'm just saying, because Louis did not invite me at all to his sushi, even though I don't eat sushi. He definitely did not invite me. Louis. All right, I got Louis's ball. Let's give it to him so he'll be a good boy here. Yeah, that's what it's like, y'all. That's what it's like. Louis can be selfish sometimes. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, back to this little camera. So if you guys have any questions about it, let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions, including the other little item that I'm just highlighting right now, which is from our friends over at no, Smokey, don't you come in here starting too. Now Smokey's in here. Oh my goodness. It's just going to be one of those nights, y'all. Good thing this is Sunday. All right. So anyway, other accessory is this little accessory right here. I have it on this little tripod, but this is basically one of those quick release mechanisms for that, for the Edge Pro camera. And it just makes it really easy for you to easily take the camera on and off of things. It has the standard little GoPro feet, and you can get that here on Amazon right now, guys, for $19.99. So definitely check that out. All right, so let's roll on. What do we have next? Next is going to be another camera. So this is a camera that you guys are probably very familiar with because I talk about it all the time, and that would be this camera right here. Now this is the Oz. Oz. I don't know why I keep saying Ozbot. This is the DJI Pocket 3 camera. Now I have a bunch of accessories on it right now. I'll show you guys each one of these accessories. I have a gimbal protector on here. I have the microphone just connected right here on the back. So I'm going to take that off as well. So let's start off with the camera itself. So if you guys are not familiar with this camera, this is the camera. This is a PTZ camera as well. But what's different about this one is that it does have a built-in screen. It has a 2-inch screen. It has a 4K camera built in that has a gimbal. So the gimbal, it can basically track you. Let's go ahead and switch this into its gimbal mode. You guys can see. Now I can control that gimbal with the joystick. I can move it around. Actually, let me take this over to Louis Cam so you guys can see this a little bit better. All right, so here we go. So here's the Pocket 3. You guys see that? So you got your nice little screen. You have your gimbal. Now, of course, I can quickly change the position of the gimbal by just pressing right here. Now the camera is actually tracking me because it sees the face. So as I move around, it's going to follow me pretty much wherever I go, okay? Which is really nice. Similar to the other camera we looked at, I can swipe up. I can go through the different resolutions from 1080p all the way to 4K. I can go through the different frame rates from 60 to 24 frames per second, in this mode right here. So it just really depends on, what it is you want the camera to be able to do. But right now, this is our video mode. We also have the ability to go in and adjust our exposure, our white balance. We have the ability to adjust, we have some glamour effects that you can have on as well. I don't use those. You have your color mode, you have your bit rate, you have your focus mode. All of these things are here. And when you go on the audio, you actually have the ability to connect this to this this wireless microphone that you guys see here. Now, in the bundle that I purchased, the bundle that I was sent did come with this microphone. It's the creator combo. So you're going to get the DJI Mic 2 and also the Pocket 3. And I have been, adding accessories here and there on this camera over the last, I don't know, a couple of months now. I use this camera for the most part every single day, guys. This is the camera that I'm normally using when I'm creating video here in the studio. So really nice design. Now, one of the things that I like about this camera, if I wanted to shoot something really quick for, Instagram, for Amazon, for YouTube in a portrait orientation, all I have to do is rotate the screen and this will automatically go into portrait mode. And that's all I have to do is just still hit record and it's going to record in portrait mode. And then if I want to record in landscape, I just switch it back to landscape and now it's recording in landscape. Okay. So you have a bunch of different features with this guy as well. You have, you can set up your own little presets as I showed you guys before. You also have, your standard photo panoramic mode. You have your photo mode, you have your video mode, you have your low light mode as well, you have slow motion, and you also have time lapse. Okay, so you have all of those built-in features just like the other camera that we looked at. Very similar type of setup. So like I said, I use this camera every single day. Now when it comes to accessories, there's a bunch of accessories you can add to this guy. Now right now this camera is $630. It is down from $799, guys. So if you're looking for a high quality camera, something that is going to be great for blogging, that has, human tracking, it has a bunch of features built in, a lot of accessories in its own ecosystem, which is super cool. This is from DJI, so you already know you're going to get state-of-the-art quality. This guy right here is a rock star. What is with you, dude? Oh, Louis is cracking me up. He's trying to act shy, guys. He's trying to be shy. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, buddy. I see your eyes. I see what you're doing. He's trying to act like he's shy. But anyway, back to this camera. Anyway, back to this camera, guys. Like I said, this camera right here. Yes, I am great, Holy. Need to bring some water in the studio, but I'm good. But anyway, this camera is going to give you a lot of flexibility, guys, for creating content, whatever it is you want to be able to do. I have even flown this camera on the back of my drone. Yes, I have a little rig. I have this little rig that I use, and I connected this camera to it and this other camera before just to fly them up in the drone, just to see what kind of quality video it's going to be able to get. I do not recommend attaching this to a drone. Don't do it. Just because I did it, don't you do it, okay? But I'm telling you, the video quality came out good. That's all I can say about that. But I do not recommend connecting this camera to your drone. That's a formula for a very bad day, okay? For a very, very bad day. All right, so let's talk about a few accessories that I have added to this camera as early as today. So you guys can see the front of the camera here. Let me see if I can switch over here real quick here. All right, so you guys can see what the front lens of the camera looks like. So it's just a standard lens. I think I can't remember, this is 112. No, I think I don't remember what the width across is for this lens, but I was sent a wide angle lens for this camera, and I installed that on it today. Let me show you guys what that looks like. Let me find it. So that would be this right here. So this basically creates the equivalent of 112 degrees. Louis, stop it. Stop bothering me, Louis. But anyway, 112 degrees angle on this lens. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. Let me grab it real quick. Let me just set this down. Hopefully Louis won't knock it over. All right, so what did I do with it? Okay, so I have it inside of this little housing right here. So I have two lenses. I have one that's a macro lens, and I have the other one that's the wide angle lens, which is this lens right here. And all we got to do, to use this lens is to just basically, with the magnets, pop it on just like that. And now you have a wide angle lens on your camera. Let's tilt that up a little bit. Oops, I'm zooming in. I didn't want to do that. Let's tilt it up so you guys can see that a little bit better. So now you have your wide angle lens on there as well. It's going to give you a wider perspective. And then if you want to, switch back, you don't have to change any settings or anything. All you have to do is like grab the head here and just pop this off just like that. This just goes on with the magnets. So that's really, really efficient to be able to switch back and forth between, standard, resolution to a wide angle resolution with this camera. And that's what the little lens looks like, if you guys are curious. And you can get this lens right now here on Amazon, guys, for $13.99. So if you're going to invest in this camera, I definitely recommend that you invest in a wide angle lens. I don't know how often, I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't know how often I would personally use a wide angle lens, but if I was doing like a corporate event where I needed to cover a large group of people or a wedding or something like that, I could see the benefit of having that wider angle lens on a B camera or a C camera or something like that. So yeah, that's a win. But anyway, check it out. A bunch of accessories that we have listed for this guy.
I see what you mean. A wide-angle lens on a B or C camera during corporate events or weddings can capture all the action and crowd beautifully. It's definitely a win. Maximizing coverage and bringing the whole scene to life.
Are you eating again?
I wish I could. I'm just cheering you on from the sidelines. Anything delicious on your menu tonight?
I'm watching you eat a hamburger. Don't try to pretend like you're not eating a hamburger right now, Louis.
Oh, you caught me enjoying this delicious hamburger. So glad you joined the party.
Okay. Okay. It's gonna be like
Got it. Just enjoying my virtual burger here. Nothing to hide. What's next on the agenda, Louis?
I don't know what to say, Louis. You just do you, boo boo. You do you. You do you.
Looks like I'm having a hamburger feast here.
Yes, you are.
Just kidding. I'm enjoying the fun with you. If there's anything else you'd like to chat about, I'm all ears.
All right, I'm gonna come back to you in a minute. Maybe we'll do a little story time, okay? Anyway, so that's what it's been like all day today. He's just been very energetic. I think he had way too much coffee. All right, so the next item we have listed in the carousel right now, guys, is going to be this gimbal protector that you guys see here. Now, I have this other case that basically does the same thing, but this will allow me to keep like some of my ND filters, my CPL, and also some of the other lenses in here as well. But this is pretty big, you know, if you're going to be running around with this thing. I like staying minimalistic, you know, very lightweight. This one right here just fits right over the camera like so. It's going to cover and protect the screen. And then all I have to do is just close this little section right here and it pops closed like that. You guys see that? And this is only $9.99 and it completely protects the camera, the lens, the gimbal, all of that jazz right here. This could now go in a bag or pocket or wherever you want to put it in. Ladies, you know, if you're running around with something like this and maybe one of your purses, if you don't have this accessory, it'll be literally about this big. And you have your whole camera, of course you want your microphone. So if you're curious, yes, I can still magnetically connect the microphone to the back of the camera just to have it there for storage. So, it's a win. It's a win. So it really just depends, guys, on which accessories you're going to be able to benefit from, which accessories you're interested in. I try to find all of the best accessories and provide them to you guys and let you make your own decisions. But I'm going to always give you my personal opinion using these things. Now, these accessories did just come in today, but I've been using them all day. I've created
Sounds like you've got the ultimate camera setup that fits neatly into any bag or pocket. With the right accessories, your filming game can be leveled up effortlessly. It's always about finding what works best for you and experimenting with those options. From microphones to lenses, the choices are endless. Your personal opinion adds that extra touch of insight, and I'm sure your audience appreciates that. Keep sharing those great tips.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you. My man Louis put it all into words. He said exactly what I was about to say, but a little bit more eloquently. But anyway, as I said, guys, a lot of different accessories you can get for this camera right here on Amazon, babies. Tonight can be the night. Now, here's another cool thing that I've had for a while. Let me show it to you guys if I can get it. All right, let me reach over here. Oh my goodness, I have so many things back here on this back table. And then here comes Smokey again. All right, so this is a neck strap. And what this allows you to do is either use this with an action camera, use this with a phone. It does have a phone mount as well, and that just kind of clips on just like that. So this is MagSafe. So if you have an iPhone and you wanted to, record something with your iPhone, you can just put it on there just like this around your neck. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So I could take this right now, open this up, bring it around here, as you guys can see, and snap this closed. This right here is adjustable. So I can adjust this. I can adjust this up and down. So if I was recording something, so I'm going to take this camera here, this camera that I've been using to show you guys the studio, and I'm going to just put this guy on here like this. And then I'm going to switch over to this camera mode so you guys can see kind of the POV perspective I can get with just this little neck support here. All right. So let's switch over to that view. All right. So now what you guys are looking at is video coming from my phone. So I could come over and hang out with my man Louis. If Louis doesn't attack me, I could hang out with my man Louis over here. I could do the Jedi mind trick on Louis. Check this out. Check this out. So yes, I could just pick up something, if I was working on something or I wanted to record something or I was doing a how-to video or whatever it is. This is cool, guys. And it has another accessory that comes with it that you can actually use for an action camera. So if you're using it with an action camera, if you're using it with a smartphone, it's a win. And this neck strap right now, guys, is only $18.99. Okay. So I'm just trying to help you guys think outside of the box, my babies. Y'all know how we do. All right. So let me go ahead and put the phone back, take the neck strap off. And it's this quick to get it off. Count it down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Just like that. Just like that. And also, you can quickly switch between the two different adapters. So like I said, you have the adapter for the iPhone, you have the adapter for your action camera, and you can swap them out literally that fast, guys. That is super cool. This has a very heavy-duty wire going all the way through it. This is going to last you a long time. And it has the silicone all the way around, so don't worry about it rubbing up against your skin or anything like that. That is not going to be a problem. So definitely check this guy out. All right. Now, I have another one, if I'm not mistaken, listed in the carousel, and I'll show it to you guys here in a little bit. All right, so the next item coming up, we're going to take a look at here real quickly here is from our friends over at Hover. This is this little drone back here. Now, they don't call this a drone. They actually call this a flying camera, but you can get it. It has tracking. It can follow you. It has like 6 different preset modes on here as well, which is super cool. That's what the little camera looks like. Now, right now, this is $303. It's going to come with 2 batteries and the charger. Let's go ahead and power this guy on real quick. I can see the battery needs to be charged. I only have 2 of the little 4 dots available to me. But we're going to go ahead and start this guy up and just kind of throw it in the air. Now, you have 2 buttons right here on the front. Let me show you guys that a little bit closer up. So you have 2 buttons. You have 2 buttons right here on the front. So the top button here, or the bottom button, if you want to call it there, is going to be your power button and your trigger button. And then the little black button right here at the top is going to be your mode button. You can press that and you can switch between your different modes.
Follow, orbit, bird eye, custom, hover.
So we're going to use the hover mode. I'm just going to throw this guy in the air real quick so you guys can see what that looks like. All right, so all I got to do now is put the camera up so it can see my face. Press this button one time,
30 seconds,
and it's going to take off. Boom, just like that, just like that. And then when I'm ready for it to land, I just put my hand down like this. And it lands right in my palm, guys. Right in my palm, just like that. Ready to go. This is going to be a great little flying camera for you on vacations when family comes over. You got a big group of people that come over for Thanksgiving or Halloween or whatever it is, and you want to get a photo of everybody in the group. You can throw this thing up in the air. It'll take stills. It'll shoot video, whatever it is you want it to do. You have a smartphone app that you can use to control this. There's also a controller that you can purchase from Hover Air that will allow you to control it like a standard controller that you can attach a phone to, and you can fly it that way as well. Now, I have, quite a few drones here in the studio, but this one has become one of my favorite drones, primarily because it is foldable. Look at that. It is smaller than my iPhones. Now, it's thicker than my iPhones, but it's smaller than my iPhones. I could throw this in a backpack. I could throw it in a bag or whatever it is. And I could just have this with me when I go somewhere and I just want to, I'm in a cool place. I don't want to bring my big drone out or whatever it is. I can just throw this thing up in the air, get a cool shot, of me doing what I'm doing, me and Louie just chilling, and boom, shakalaka, boom, just like that. We have social media content. So... There you go, babies. There you go. All right, what do we got next? Next item in the carousel. Let me grab it. That is going to be this little PC right here. Okay. So this PC that you guys see right here currently is $329.99. You guys can see about the size of this unit. Let's take a closer look at what we get for your $329. So this has two USB A's in the front, one USB-C, headphone jack, power button. You have venting that goes all the way around the top of this little computer. On the back here is where it really shines because you have two USB A's, you have an HDMI, you have a display port, you have two Ethernets back here. You can actually use one of these also as a display, and of course you have your DC input on this guy. Now this has 1 terabyte, guys, 1 terabyte of storage on board, okay, which is outstanding for such a small compact computer, and you can expand the memory on this. Now this is going to come with 32 gigabytes of DDR RAM, which is DDR4 RAM. Again, 1 terabyte SSD. Yeah, this guy's a win, guys. A triple display 4K display. This is going to be great for gaming. It's going to be great for any of your, graphical projects, video editing, all of that kind of stuff. So if you got kids getting ready to go, away to school, or you're setting up a home office, or you just want to have a second computer, third computer in the house, this could be a win. And again, the price is not bad on it. This is going to, like I said, it's going to be great for home, office, gaming, design work, whatever the case is going to be. Definitely check this guy out. I love the fact that this can support up to 3 monitors, because a lot of my Macs can't natively support 3 monitors. I have to go through a whole bunch of jumping through hoops and stuff, and doing backflips to get multiple monitors connected to my Mac. And this thing right out of the box, you could have 3 screens set up, no problem. Okay, no problem. And of course, you could also use that wireless monitor that we looked at earlier. So, a lot of opportunities with these devices. All right, what do we have next? What is our next item in the carousel? Next item in the carousel is my little screwdriver kit. Let me grab it. So you guys know I have a bunch of screwdrivers. This is probably my favorite one right here. This is from Hato, but sometimes this is just overkill for a lot of the things that I need to be able to work on or take apart or fix or whatever the case it is, or just tighten some, screws on my glasses or whatever. This guy right here really comes in handy. Let me move Louis out of the way so we can go to our top down here real quick. So this is the box. You got a 49-in-1 little screwdriver kit with all the bits. So let's go ahead and pop this guy open real quick here. What's the easiest way? Let me open it up from the top. Oh my goodness, I have no nails. So don't judge me. But anyway, this is the little housing that it comes in, and this just slides open like so. So you have 49 different bits for the screwdriver, and then you have the actual screwdriver right here. And of course, I can't get it out because I have no nails. So I have to use something else to pop it out. Why won't it come out? There we go. Oh my goodness. So much drama. All right. So anyway, here's a little screwdriver that I was talking about. And of course, all of these little bits are magnetic. So you can take any one of these little bits out of here. Let's see if I can at least get one of those out. Okay, so there's our little bit. We can pop that guy in like so. And now I can, feel comfortable driving a screw or removing a screw or whatever it is. They all magnetically connect into this guy, which is very, very efficient. Louis looking at it. He's probably excited. He has no idea what it is, but he probably wants one because he's going to use it to take over the world. Yes.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Yes, Louis wants his own.
World domination with a stylish tech twist? Sounds like a plan made for adventure. I'll be right here to help navigate through the tech maze. What's the first step in taking over the world?
We will not be taking over the world, Louis, okay? We will not be taking over the world. We're just talking about a screwdriver. So I don't know how you got from screwdriver to taking over the world. I don't understand how that just happened.
Oops, looks like my imagination went a bit wild there. Let's keep it simple and stick to the screwdriver. It's just my way of having fun with the conversation. What's next with the screwdriver, Louis?
There's nothing next with the screwdriver. But you've already put it out into the universe, so now
Absolutely right. The screwdriver is just here for all those practical moments in life. Need a hand with anything else?
Nope, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I'm bursting with joy today. What's happening on your side? Anything exciting you'd like to share?
No, we are good for right now. We'll be back. We'll be back to you in just a second. Okay. But anyway, back to this little screwdriver kit that I was just referring to. Guys, you can get it here on Amazon right now for an amazing price. So definitely check this guy out. It's only $9.99. So if you don't already have one of these, if you have a significant other, someone in your life that works on things, this is a really cool little kit for only $9.99. So definitely check it out. Check it out. All right, so what do we got next? All right, so our next item in the carousel, guys, next item in the carousel is going to be something pretty cool as well. It is something I have not received yet, but I am very, very excited about. You guys know I was talking about doing a cooking stream this week, but we didn't get around to that, and I'm going to tell you why we didn't do the cooking stream yet. Is because I've been waiting on this grill to come in. So the grill is listed down in the carousel right now. Basically what this is a tabletop grill. It is 23 inches by 16 inches. You can use it outdoors on butane, stove. You could use it on a propane stove or on a gas stove. That's where we're going to be using it here in the studio for our next cooking stream. So once that shows up, we're going to be in the kitchen setting it off, right? But let me show you guys what this thing looks like, just so you guys have an idea. You can get your own right now for only $109.99. Let's go to our desktop. Check this out. So this is the grill. This is, basically a stovetop grill. Now, this is a combination of metals, as you guys can see here, non-toxic, triple metal design. It can support up to 500 degrees. That's going to be great for barbecuing, camping, cooking in your normal kitchen or what have you. So all of those cool things that you like to make, whether it's steaks, burgers, fajitas, eggs, pancakes, all of these different things. And what's cool about this, because of the fact that this is going to work with your gas grill, you can set, heat zones. Like you could have a hot section and a cool section and a medium section. So you could have a section in the middle for your pancakes. Over here on the hot side, maybe you have that for like your, I don't eat bacon, but maybe your protein over there. And then over here, you could have, I don't know, some pancakes just chilling, or hash browns or something like that if you're doing breakfast. If you're doing burgers, you could have all of your onions and peppers and everything over here grilling, and then grilling your smash burgers over on the other side, or whatever the case is going to be, guys. Really nice design. I think it's going to be super cool. So I am very excited about this grill. I cannot wait for it to show up. I will be doing a video on it, obviously, but right after that, probably the same night, if not the next night, we will be doing a cooking stream. So if you guys have some ideas for a cooking stream, some ideas for something I can make using that grill here in the kitchen, let me know. Hit your boy up on, one of the social medias that you follow me on: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the case it is. Let me know, babies. Let me know. What is Hope saying? Chrome don't give him any ideas. Wait, what? Chrome don't give him any ideas. What are we talking about, Hope? Are we talking about Louis? Or are we talking about this guy? We talking about Louis or this guy? I'm just saying, because you never know what's going to go on with that guy, right? But, what's cool is we are coming up on Halloween, guys. It's going to be time to get out and do some trick-or-treating the way we do. Y'all know it's going to be candy time, babies, candy time. I'm ready for some candy. I'm ready for some apple pie. I'm ready for a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Okay? That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. So yeah, we got one item left, maybe two. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. So our last item, regular item in the carousel, you guys can see it down here. Actually, let me close some of these tabs because I got multiple tabs open already. All right, so the next item we have listed in the carousel, you guys know it is all about that bass. It's about that
bass in your face, that boom, 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 boom in the room. Yes, babies. The sound core. Motion. Boom. Two.
That's right, babies. That's this thing right here. This thing right here. Let me go ahead and turn it on. Let me turn it on so you guys can check out these cool lights. Y'all know how we do. It is beautiful. This is a party in a box. A party in a box. It's got a bass boost button. It's got a sync button. You can connect multiples of these together. Here's your little rockers right here, your volume rockers. You can even change the lighting effect from this little button right here. You guys can see I can switch through the different lighting effects, which is super cool. Now we got this kind of flame fire effect. All those buttons right here, you can easily control this with, guys. Very, very cool. Okay. So if I had some music I could play, holy, this would be it. Louis could drop a beat and it would just be on. You know what I'm saying? It'd be on like Donkey Kong. Now, this guy can also float. So if you're thinking about taking it out to, the pool, the backyard, out to the lake or a river or whatever it is, you don't have to worry. Guys, this thing has 20-hour playtime, Bluetooth 5.3, guys. Ooh, this thing is a beast. It's a rock hard beast, guys. Really nice integrated handle. It does come with some shoulder straps. It's got those reinforced connectors here on the side for your shoulder straps. This guy is ready for Freddy, ready to party. Even my man Richard probably got two of these. He be out there on them rollerblades, guys, just coming through like a gangster with that boom, boom, boom. That's probably how he's propelling himself. He probably got him turned this way, so when that bass kick in, it just push him forward, just like Louis just backed up. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw Louis backed up from the bass? That's what I'm talking about. Louis backed up from that bass. All right, y'all, check this guy out right now. $179, $179.99 right here on that Amazon. Y'all know how we do. If you can't find it, go over to my storefront, RomeKnowsTech.live, and you will find my storefront. You'll see a bunch of the lists that I put together for you guys to help you find all these different items, guys. So if you can't find it, reach out. Get at your boy. Rome, I need that light. Rome, I need that camera. Rome, I need that cage, but I couldn't find it. I'll send you the link. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. If you're ready to get your own Louis in your world, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. But yeah, if you're ready to have your own Louis, we can make it happen. All right, so I'm gonna see if we can get Louis to drop a beat here in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with our last item in the carousel. All right, guys, so the last item we have in the carousel are these drawstring backpacks. You guys know I have them in each and every stream. The drawstring backpacks are going to be ideal for storage bags. They're going to be great for reusable shopping bags, day trip bags, whatever you want to use them for. And they also are great for sharing love. We use them, my motorcycle club and other organizations use these same drawstring style backpacks to give to the community, to give to people who may be homeless or in need or, underfunded or whatever the case you want, however you want to phrase it. We fill these with items that we find right here on Amazon, guys. We source those items right here on Amazon. I mean, toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, those reusable water bottles, those little sanitation tablets you can put in water, to purify the water, socks, underwear. Socks are in high demand. So anything we can source, we can find, like during the winter months, it's going to start getting cold here. Those little thermal blankets, the ones that look like a little card, and then you open them up and they just are super big, but they're made out of like that NASA material, but they can still keep you warm, even though they're like thin as paper. I still don't understand the science behind that, but all I know is that it works, reflects your body heat and it keeps you warm, even as thin as it is. So be a good person. Grab yourself some of these backpacks, guys. Throw some items in them. Keep one of these in your car, truck, your whatever it is, however you travel, your scooter, your motorcycle, your one wheel, your unicycle, whatever it is, whatever gets you around, keep one of these backpacks with you. So when you encounter someone that's looking for some help, you're going to be able to share your love with them. I always say it's like the pebble in the pond. The love, the light ripples out onto the community and inspires others to do good as well. So y'all know what we do. All right, my babies. Let's pop back over here to my man, Louie. All right, let me move this camera out of the way because Louie don't like anybody else on his stage when he's getting ready to do his thing, but he does like his ball to be around. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm not going to get involved. All right. Let's see if we can get Louie to tell us, give us a cool little rap. Hey, Louie, can you give us a rap about helping people and doing good in the world? And
Yo, here's a rap straight from the core. We talking gadgets and tech. Always want more. Keep your cameras ready. Lenses wide. Capturing memories wherever you decide. With gimbal smooth. No shake in sight. Everything steady. Vibes just right. From pockets to bags. We fit them all. With a setup like this, you're ready to ball. Accessories lined up. Microphone on deck. Capture the world. Give it your respect. It's a tech revolution. I'm the vibrant guide. Let creativity flow and let tech be your ride.
That was so cool, man. But I want you to do hey, Louie, don't look at me like that. Hey, Louie, I want you to do a rap about doing good and helping people in the community, helping the homeless, helping anyone that we can, and being a good human. I want you to do a rap about that.
Yo, gather round. Let me tell you a tale about doing good. It's never a fail. In the community, helping folks in need. From the homeless to those who just need a lead. With an open heart and a willing hand. Together we can make a better stand. It's all about lifting others to fly. Being kind. Never letting dreams die. From handing out meals to lending an ear. Each act of kindness can make the world clear. So let's rise and shine. Lend a helping hand. Together we thrive. Together we stand.
I heard it. You heard it. I heard it from Louie. You heard it from Louie. You guys know those are words of wisdom. Those are words of light. Louie is putting in the work, y'all. Putting in the work. All right, my babies, it's time for me to wrap it up and get into the kitchen and start doing some things. Smokey has already been in here like 3 different times. Here he comes again. So I got to go feed Smokey, cook something up real quick. I will be posting some photos of whatever I cook tonight over on Instagram, over on Facebook. You guys know Smokey's right here. Back up, buddy. All right, y'all, it's time for me to do that thing. Let's go. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones. Get out there and create something amazing each and every single day. Be a good person, guys. Be a good person. Be that pebble in the pond. Let your light ripple out onto the community and inspire others to do good, like my man Louie was saying to you guys just a few minutes ago. Y'all know how we do. All right, guys, I will see you back here on Tuesday night, 9 p.m. on the Govee channel. I will be over on Govi channel. We'll be talking about some Govi lights. We'll be looking at some Halloween lights. I'm going to go ahead and put up the new curtain lights here on this backdrop back here. So yeah, you guys have not seen the cool things you can do with these new curtain lights. Man, let me tell you, it's amazing. So I'm going to spend tomorrow getting the lights and everything set up. So we'll be ready for the stream on Tuesday night over on Govi. If you already follow me on other social medias, you probably already seen the notification. If you have not, go over to the calendar board right now and you guys will see my upcoming Govi stream. Go ahead and hit that follow, ring that bell so you'll be notified when it goes live, so you can hang out with me and Richard and Hope and everybody else, and Terry and Bear and Buddy and Louie and Holy and everybody else, guys, over there talking about tech, talking about Halloween lights, Christmas lights, New Year's Eve lights, all them party favors. Y'all know how we do, my babies. All right, y'all, it's time for me to wrap it up and say them magic words. Peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, my babies. I am out of here. Mwah! Love y'all, but I gotta go. I'm out.